Prince Laupepa, whose ancestors won chiefly title nearly 1,000 years ago, live with my vision of magnificent scenery, architecture, love, and feasting. You see two of us walking together, myself and my talking chief. Skilled in metaphor, logic, and rhetoric, my talking chief usually speaks for me in the assembly of the people. But to make my vision known, I will now speak for myself. My society is at once communal, hierarchical, and egalitarian. Communal because its center is the village. Hierarchical because the chiefs maintain prowess and position. And egalitarian because we do not divide into extremes of wealth and power, where the majority are separated from the few by expensive dress, clandestine conclaves, and the secret police.
Evo, ovo je ekspedicija oko tropskog pojasa svijeta. Ja sam bio komandant, se tada zvalo. Bio sam prvi komandant iz takozvanih komunističkih zemalja jedne američke ekspedicije. Bio sam normalno i režirao sam filmove. Posle su nastale pritisci pa su proglasili Amerikanca kao komandanta, nema veze. Ove materijali nisu pokazani nikada. I ovdje smo na Samovu, ovo je moj prijatelj Sapapali Laupepe Malietoa, princ Samoe. I tu sam imao nevjerovatnih vizija. Nažalost, tu sam i obolio od strašne bolesti, pluća, ovo ono. I pokušao se liječiti u Zagrebu. Vratili su me natrag na Samovu, a onda su me i Samoe prebacili i liječili neki vraćevi. Nemamo vremena za prevod. Ovo su zapravo snimke koje su čudom sam ih našao, jer je čitava serija kao fol izgubljena u bivšoj zagrebačkoj televiziji, jer valjda nije dovoljno govorila o nesvrstanosti pa je zabranjena. Pa pogledajte sad, a onda idemo u pravu, oprostite, zajebanciju kada ovaj film završi, imamo Cigan je bio u Rusiji, a da ne kažemo, uključit ćemo telefone pa ćemo sve to komentirati. Ali lijepo je vidjeti jednu kulturu, nakon, vjerovatno ovi ljudi sada su stari već, ona je imala 20 godina, sad ima pa sigurno 50 skoro. Neka djeca koje sam snimao sada su odrasli ljudi, neki starci koje sam snimao su umrli, eto, to je život, pa pogledajte malo je osjećajna, ali jebi ga, takav sam čovjek.
Let me take you on a tour in one of our communities. Each day, our fishermen bring in a fresh catch from the clear blue waters which surround our island. The pig, highly valued by us, is served as the main delicacy of our feast. Portions are distributed according to chiefly rank. The back to the highest chief, then the breast, hind legs, and front legs to other chiefs, while the head may be presented to an orator. Cacao seeds, after drying in the sun, are roasted and ground into a delicious and refreshing drink. Many visitors say of our architecture, but if only they were made of metal, these would be the forms of the 21st century. But I think for you, they are in the future. While for us, they are in our past, our present, and our future, because these shapes contain the hospitality for spacious thoughts, and the materials make no pollution in the evolving cycles of the biosphere. These great covered spaces we call follies. And each community has had one built for the men to meet, one for the ladies to meet, and one for visitors to rest in. The architecture is so complex that it takes our special group of architect builders to make the follies, supported as they are only upon central columns without nails, their outer perimeter ringed by posts for contemplative men to lean against, able to face the sea, the mountains, or the collective center in turn for their sources of inspiration. What more does a man need to wear than his lava and his tattoos? It is true that some climates may call for more covering, but then our ancestors sailed thousands of miles of ocean in their outriggers to find the right climate. Are we to blame for their foresight? Not that some of us do not also study at the Ox Bridges and go to the United Nations in New York and Paris and travel for pleasure, for truth and information throughout the world. But we go as representatives of a culture whose history has been used in a NASA study as the model for the space migration of humanity. Perhaps the best thing that can be said about our culture is that our children love to learn it. On our largest island of Savai'i, we build our homes over the black lava rock. Our feet toughened to walking and running barefoot over the sharp edges. We rarely wear shoes, even in our parliament. Our feasts are based upon the convivial kava, coconut, yams, breadfruit, taro, roast pork, and fish. An important part of the initiation of our young men is in learning to prepare the food, thereby ensuring that they do not grow up believing that food comes from grocery stores and canning factories. No meeting of our chiefs would be complete without the distribution of kava, a tradition so old that its origin is described in our oral myths. The taste of kava tests the truth on a man's tongue by sharpening the alignment of the ears of his listeners with the harmony of nature. Our traditions and teachings are expressed in dance and celebration rather than in books and ritual. If we are asked questions by those who write books, we tell each the story that will bring amusement to their eye. But for those who can see and participate, the truth appears to sight and touch and lodges in the heart.